let's talk about some of the songs on the album, because it's just an excellent album. As a matter of fact, when we were doing our top 50 of the year, I really wanted to put the album on there, but technically it hasn't been released yet. So
yeah.
You guys have already launched a couple of videos, singles for Love Is Dead and Cocaine Chest Pains. Talk a little bit about those two songs and what it was like making the videos.
The first video we did back in Ireland, it was a guy named Johan Hasselgren. He came up with the concept of the tattoos moving along the girl's body. And I think with that video, we really kind of wanted to go over the top kind of rock and roll and kind of bring it back to that kind of big sound kind of time and, you know, the beautiful girl in the video. So we really wanted to get the rock and roll vibe across in that one. Just with what the song talks about, and, you know, it's kind of like a tribute to people that we were really into when we were growing up and people that have probably passed away a little bit too soon. So we really wanted to get that kind of vibe across in it. And Cocaine Chest Pains we did in Floyd Bennett Airfield in New York. Mm-hmm. And then we were talking amongst ourselves about a kind of a concept to kind of marry the different addictions together. So in the song it's like Cocaine Chest Pains, but we wanted to kind of get to a wider audience and use kind of legal addictions and stuff like in the video. See, there's a guy who has a problem with cigarettes, and then the daughter has an eating problem, and then the wife is like on prescription pills. So we just wanted to explore that idea and kind of elaborate on the addiction kind of idea.
Right, and of course your addiction is music, right?
Exactly.
Now, Love Is Dead, of course, you know, I know the director picked out the girl, but being from Ireland, wouldn't you guys have wanted a redhead in the video?
No, we're sick of redheads, man. We see enough of them, you know.
Okay, so some of my favorite songs on the album include Floridian, Subhuman, Lovesick Blues. I know they're all your children and everything, but are there some that are really close to your heart?
I think they all are. They're all kind of equally close. We worked on them all equally as much. You know, when we set out to do the album, we wanted every song to be up to the level. We didn't want any kind of failures on it. So as far as favourites go, it changes, you know. I think that's another great thing about the album is that different songs kind of come forward and you're into them more for a week or two, and then you start noticing other songs as well. So at the moment, I would say Bigger Than Us All, but that's today. You know, it could be different tomorrow. Yeah.
Now, you said there were a couple other songs that sort of tied in with the White Collar Lies theme. Which ones are those?
Subhuman.
Right.
And Sin City as well.
Okay, so we know what to look for and listen to the lyrical content and tie in.
Yeah, they're kind of coming from the same kind of place, I think.
Right. Well, I mean, it's just a phenomenal album all around. It's going to be a great debut.
Oh, thanks a million.
Absolutely. And this is, of course, the end of the year and everything, the beginning of the new year. Everybody's doing their top whatever lists of 2010. What are one or two of your favorite albums from 2010?
I was really into them Crooked Vultures album.
Mm-hmm.
I really like The Suburbs as well, Arcade Fire. And what else? The Exile on Main Street, the re-release of the Stones. It's an old one, but it was re-released this year again to coincide with a movie that they made, so that was another one that we really got into.
Well, that's the great thing about music like that stands the test of time, and that's really, as a musician, what you're trying to do is not write an album that's going to be relevant now, but that's going to be relevant years and years from now, so that somebody, if you re-release it 20, 30 years down the road, people can really appreciate what's come before.
Yeah. Well, that's something that we wanted to do as well. You know, if you write a great song, it's gonna be around for a while. And also sonically, it was something that we thought about when we were making the record. We didn't want to use sounds that are gonna kind of pigeonhole you in a certain date. I think that we achieved that with the album. You know, it's like the sounds of the guitars and it's just the way things are written. I think the songs are gonna have quite a long lifespan, hopefully.
And that's exactly what you're looking for. And
yeah.
As a music journalist, that's what I'm looking for when I hear a new album. And you're almost and these days challenging somebody, impress me. So, and it's hard to impress and find albums like that you're like, I can really see myself still listening to this a decade, 2 decades from now.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, before we let you get out of here, because I know you got a ton of stuff to do to get ready for the tour the day before. Just for fun, if you could spend the evening with any one person, living or dead, past or present, who would it be?
I'd love just to go out for a night with probably Dave Grohl, just kind of pick his brains. And he's played on a lot of incredible stuff, and he's worked with so many different people from present day and kind of John Paul Jones from Led Zeppelin, just to kind of pick his brains and see how he did it and how he developed his band over the years. So yeah, that would be definitely somebody.
Absolutely. Great guy. Daniel, I appreciate it so much you taking the time. I know it's a hectic time for you guys as you get ready to roll out. And hopefully we'll get a chance to talk with you again once you've actually gotten the album out and had a chance to tour and everybody starts to know who you are. But we're definitely spreading the word. I want to thank you so much.
Yeah, well, listen, thank you. Thanks so much for the call and the support. You know, the three of us really appreciate it.
Absolutely. And before we get out of here, do you have any final words for our listeners out there?
Just want to say that we can't wait to get out on tour. We're looking forward to getting around. We've got some emails about the single and just people kind of anxious about us coming to America. So we're really looking forward about getting around to seeing everybody and just shaking hands and putting some faces to the names.
Awesome. Daniel, thanks so much again. Have a good one, and we'll see you out there on the road.
All right. Thanks, man.